Hey, friends, welcome back. And are you ready to create with me? So, today I have the My Creative Scrapbook April main kit that I'm working with, and I just love it. I've had so much fun with this collection, and I love all the colors, especially the greens. So, I'm working with a couple photos of my middle son. We just came back from a competition a couple weeks ago, and of course, I have a ton of pictures. And this kit actually is perfect. It's got the perfect greens to match with their costumes. So I was really excited to get these documented. So I'm working with 3 sheets of the pattern paper in the kit, this brighter green and the pink. So just kind of working with contrasts in terms of colors and just matting the photos on the pink paper. So I've already cut into these, so I'm kind of using some of the scraps as well as some of the 12 by 12s that I have available. I wanted to add another mat as well, so I used a blue checker paper that I had left over. And then I'm also working with this chevron paper, and this is one of the scraps that I have left. So I'm sorry I can't show you the full piece, but it's a beautiful paper. It's perfect for cutting apart, and you can do so many different backgrounds and textures with it. But for this layout, I wanted to create little arrows. So I cut off both sides just to make it look like really an arrow or a chevron, and then started trimming into the paper using my scissors to make all the little ruffles. And you can do these in multiple sizes, which I do end up doing. So I kind of prepped a couple pieces here, and then I made some smaller, so I had to go back in and cut the ruffles again. But it's pretty quick, especially if you have these scissors that have the multiple cutting blades on them. They make it really quick. And I love the texture that this provides. So I thought this paper was just perfect for this and really wanted to do something like this with it. So once you've got all the little strips ready, then it's kind of laying it out and seeing what works with the layout. And I really love how these turned out. So as I was playing around, I kind of laid out and moved them around to see what I liked. And then I ended up going back in and trimming some of them just because they were just a little bit too big, I thought. So it's, quick and easy to fix up. Use your paper trimmer. And then if you've got to go back in with the scissors, you can go ahead and do that as well. So the other piece I ended up adding in later. I wasn't planning to use the flower cut file on this, but I decided to add it in. It is part of the what's available with the April release. So make sure you go to the website and grab the cut file. But I thought it was a nice offset to all the angles and structure with the layout. So the arrows are pretty, angular. And I thought the flowers just added a little bit of that softness to the layout. So I just cut it out to fit almost a 12 by 12, and then just use that as my background layer. So obviously you can also go back in and back the cut file if you wanted to, but I really just liked the lightness and the softness of the flowers as is. And then it's really, I just started adhering everything to my background. So I used my thick, or I should say the wide scrapbook.com tear tape to adhere my photos. I love it, and it holds really well, so you only need one strip of it. So anyway, I used that. And then as I started kind of going back in and working with the arrows again, just started trimming off pieces where I didn't like it. And then to adhere it down, just use a dab of liquid adhesive down the center of each of the arrows, and it'll hold it in place really well, but still leaving the sides as is, so that you keep the texture and dimension from all the little pieces that we cut. At this point, you can go ahead and grab all of your embellishment packs that come with the kit, as well as the sticker sheet. So I love all the variety that's part of the Pink Fresh Studio line, and For the love title, I love the gold in it, so I decided to add that to one of the arrows and use my 3D foam dots to adhere that. I also grabbed the smile word from the Farmer Pack and again added my foam dots to that and then added it to that bottom arrow as another part of the title. As I kept playing around with the arrows and moving them around, then I decided to move that small one and kind of double up and create more of a layering so that I can add other elements there. At this point, I was pretty happy with the placement of everything, so I went ahead and started adhering it down to the page. So I recommend this as you're playing around with placement of things. Just wait to adhere until you're sure where you want everything. Otherwise, sometimes it just takes a little bit of extra work to undo, and sometimes you tear things. So speaking from experience. The next piece, I just wanted to start adding some additional stickers behind the arrows, just to build more of like a cluster and a little bit of interest with them so they don't look like they're just hanging out on their own. And the stickers from the sticker sheets worked really well for that. I started pulling in some of the circular elements there, and then decided to make sure that I had them with most of the arrows just to help it visually balance out. So for the finishing pieces, I pulled some of the chipboard pieces that are in the pack. So I added the rainbow and then I added some of the hearts as well around the layout. And then for the last step, I wanted to add a little bit of mixed media to my background. So I just covered up my photo and then did some gold splatters all around to finish off with some shine. I love how this turned out, and I hope I've been able to give you some ideas and inspiration today. So go ahead and check out the kit, and I'd love to see you back. And if you've got any questions for me, just shoot me a comment or a message via email, and I'd be happy to answer it for you. Have a fabulous day, and see you next time.